Part 1. The Man Who Fell. There was a man who drank all day. One business failure after another, betrayal, fraud, everything had collapsed. Depression took over, and the only thing he could depend on was alcohol. He couldn't face life sober. He lived in a large house, but his world had shrunk to a single room with a TV and a bed. Every day was the same: drink, pass out, wake up, and drink again. His wife, tired of his irritability and exhausted by the endless fights, had left him. Only Daebak, his golden retriever, remained. Daebak was his only reason to step outside for bathroom walks. On those brief outings, he would always stop by the convenience store to buy soju and cigarettes. Daebak was gentle, innocent, and always watched his master's mood carefully. When the man seemed down, Daebak would quietly retreat to his room, play with his plush doll Bongsoon, and sometimes peek into his owner's room to check on him. If the man happened to laugh at something on TV, Daebak would seize the moment and run to snuggle up next to him. It was his chance. He sensed a moment of peace, but it never lasted long. When the man's mood darkened again, Daebak would rest his chin on his paws, sigh, and return to his quiet play. At night, when the man passed out from drinking, Daebak would quietly lie beside him, becoming a warm pillow and blanket. Part 2. A collapse and a wagging tail. One day, the man coughed up blood and collapsed. Daebak frantically ran around the house, barking and howling, trying to call for help. But it was a newly built villa. He lived alone on the top floor. No one heard. Daebak could do nothing but lay beside him, hoping he would wake up. After what felt like forever, the man stirred. Daebak wagged his tail wildly, thrilled. The man, weak and trembling, looked at Daebak. "Thanks, Daebak, were you worried?" he whispered. Daebak offered him his favorite bone treat. They looked into each other's eyes in unspoken conversation. "Do you miss Mom? Are you hungry? Need the bathroom?" the man asked. Despite barely being able to stand, he took Daebak out. Snow had piled up outside, and Daebak was overjoyed, running everywhere. But the man couldn't keep up. He dragged his body to the convenience store again. Today, he bought 5 bottles of soju. "Need strength today," he mumbled. Back home, he bathed Daebak for over an hour. Exhausted, he couldn't even dry him properly. They collapsed onto the bed, soaked and cold. He poured another drink, his only snack cigarettes. This was his dream, once doing nothing, lying next to Daebak, sipping whiskey, watching movies. But now, it wasn't joy. His dream had come true too soon, and his mind and body were far from well. He drank to sleep, but alcohol no longer gave rest. He grew thinner, weaker, emptier. Every night, he cursed those who had ruined him. Part 3. A cry in the night. One night, he collapsed again. This time, he couldn't move. Scared, he called the only person he had left. "Mom, can you come? Please." It was past 1 a.m. His mother, panicked, scrambled for a ride. 3 hours later, she arrived. Seeing her, he wept. "I'm sorry for making you come." She hugged him tight. "My son, you're alive. That's enough." Part 4. A son's shame. A mother's love. Daebak wanted to follow, but his mother's home was small. A large dog didn't fit. Heartbroken, Daebak was entrusted to a trusted friend. The man returned to his rural hometown, where his mother cared for him. She massaged his weak legs daily, cooked nourishing meals, and whispered softly, "I'm sorry I have to touch my son's legs like this." He wept, torn between gratitude and shame. But sometimes, the pain inside bubbled up. Depression didn't leave just because love arrived. There were moments he lashed out, shouting at his mother for no reason. She never yelled back. "I understand. You're hurting," she said, brushing his hair. Part 5. Letters that never came. Every day, he thought of Daebak. Did he miss him too? Was he waiting? The friend would send photos. Daebak lying by the window, gazing outside. Waiting. Always waiting. He started writing letters. Not to people, to Daebak. Daebak, I miss you. Are you being good? I'm sorry I wasn't stronger. I'll come get you. I promise. Each night, he placed the letter under his pillow. It gave him purpose. Part 6. A new morning. Time passed. The man slowly healed. The tremors in his hands lessened. He started walking again, even helping in the yard. He still cried, but now also laughed. One day, a car pulled up. Out came Daebak. They both froze. Then a sprint. A leap. Daebak in his arms, tail wagging like it would never stop. I missed you, I kept my promise, he whispered. Daebak barked, licked his face, and nuzzled into his chest. Mother stood in the doorway, smiling. The sun was rising. It was a new morning.